Hello, I'm Jason Sipe, and this is the Indiana Libertarian Update for the week of November 21st, 2016. Thanksgiving is coming up, and I'm ready for that. This is week 2 of our 6-week trial for this project. We want to provide a central resource for libertarian news and events from throughout Indiana, so long as there is a demand for the production. In other words, like our new Facebook page and share this recording far and wide. I only got 12 people or so checking it out a week. I may not continue it, but let's see if we can get an audience and share what's going on with the Libertarian Party and the Libertarian movement right here in the state of Indiana. Just want to remind everybody that this recording will be available as a Facebook upload. It's going to be on YouTube and as a full function Adobe Connect meeting recording. You can find all those on our new Indiana Libertarian Facebook page, so make sure that you like that. If you haven't done so already, again, you're going to be able to find all those ways to check out the Indiana Libertarian Update recording right there on our new Facebook page. Let's go ahead and begin with the events for this Thanksgiving week. First up, the Marion County Business Meeting and Candidate Debriefing. That's coming up Monday. We usually get together around 6 p.m. with drinks and food at the Antelope Club in downtown Indianapolis, and the meeting officially gets underway at 7 p.m. I'm not sure exactly who's going to be there. I know I'll be there, and several other candidates will be talking about the 2016 election season, what went right, what didn't go so right, what we might try to change. I have a feeling that the topic of media coverage will be coming up. So again, for any of you folks here in central Indiana, if you want to join with other libertarians and have a discussion about the 2016 election, or just want to drink beer and have some food and have some fun, swing by and see us at the Antelope Club. Okay, I want to remind everybody, if you haven't been following the news since last year, the First Church of Cannabis continues in their efforts to build a solid congregation and in their legal battles against the state of Indiana, and currently our Vice President-elect, Mike Pence. That's right, Grand Poobah Bill Levin. He's a sometimes Libertarian candidate, has a lawsuit out against our former governor, and, well, I guess he's still our governor at this point, but Governor Mike Pence for his role in RFRA, and should be an interesting story there. The First Church of Cannabis, every Wednesday they have services. They begin at 7:30 p.m., and if you haven't seen one of these, haven't had an opportunity to visit the folks down there on the south side of Indianapolis, be sure to do so. You're going to find a lot of liberty-minded people, and they will certainly appreciate the support. In addition to their weekly services on Wednesday, they also have weekly comedy workshops. Those are on Saturday, and then Friday they have the Comedy Grinder. And I believe our old friend Abdul Hakim Shabazz performed at the First Church of Cannabis for their Comedy Grinder just this past Friday. So again, lots going on down on the south side with the First Church of Cannabis. Be sure to get down there and visit them. Now, one of the great unknowns is the fate of Liberty and Chill. Word is that Liberty and Chill continues to happen. On the east side of Indianapolis, Blackacre Brewing Company. This was an event that was developed by our good friend Brett Bittner, and we're going to talk a little more about here in just a moment. But this was an event that was developed about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer. And as I understand it, there's people doing it throughout the state. Where, when, we don't know. Send me some information, and I'll be sure to share what's going on with Liberty and Chill. Typically Fridays here in Indianapolis from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., but again, we don't know exactly what's going on with Liberty and Chill. Maybe some people out there can fill us in on that. Thanksgiving. It's this Thursday. Libertarians should get out and volunteer. I know that's what I'm going to be doing, and we're also going to give you a list of some possible opportunities to volunteer on Thanksgiving Day throughout the state. It's important to volunteer year-round. But we, being advocates of smaller government, need to be willing to get out and put our money, if not our time, where our mouth is, and volunteer. It's a great way to see and be seen. Break out those Libertarian t-shirts, break out those Johnson t-shirts. Get out to the local food pantry, get out to the local homeless shelter on this Thanksgiving, and let them know that you're willing to do the work that you don't want government doing. Down on the south side of the state, down in Evansville, they have their usual, there's a very large event, and they are full of volunteers. So no need to check out, I believe it's called the Turkey Gobble or something to that effect. But I did find the Bluegrass Church has several other opportunities for volunteer work down in the very southern tip of the state. Once again, all these links will be available on the Facebook page, the Indiana Libertarian Update Facebook page. It'll be part of the way that we post this. So if you want to get these exact links, be sure to check that out. For those of you down in Columbus, the Columbus Dispatch had an article. Actually, I feel bad. This is the Columbus, Ohio, so I'm going to go ahead and skip the Columbus one. What can you say? We're an amateur production at this point, and we're still learning the ropes. For those of you who are looking up in Fort Wayne, up in the northern part of the state, I've got a Facebook link for the Volunteer Center at RSVP. They've got several things going on. The big thing up in Fort Wayne is their Coats for Kids event, and I understand not only are they looking for people to help staff the event, they also need those gently used coats and monetary donations to make that a reality. So just one of the opportunities up there in the northern part of the state. If you're looking for more in the region, we know we got a lot of libertarians and libertarian supporters up in the northwest corner of the state. Check out the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. They need people on short notice for this coming Thanksgiving holiday, but also throughout the year. And I think that's an important thing to consider. Yes, this Thanksgiving is a great time to get out. Frankly, there's a lot of visibility on Thanksgiving. You might even find yourself in front of a news crew, which is great. But we need to be active and visible volunteers throughout the year. And for those of you in Indianapolis, I'll be helping out with the Moselle Sanders Foundation volunteer effort on Thanksgiving Day. I'll be most likely helping out at the Prince Hall Masons Lodge here in Indianapolis, deliver meals. But they need volunteers on very short notice. You might find yourself down at Butler University or at any number of satellite locations throughout the city, helping out and helping distribute this long-term tradition here in Indianapolis, the Thanksgiving meal brought to us by Moselle Sanders. Now, don't forget, too, if you're on the other end of this equation and you need help, all of these resources are available and would be happy to help you out with getting the food that you need this Thanksgiving and perhaps throughout the year. Okay, again, volunteer opportunities abound. We're going to talk a lot about volunteer opportunities here at the Indiana Libertarian Update. It's a great way for us to increase our exposure and spread the message of liberty throughout the state of Indiana. Moving right down the list, let me get into this link. Our friends over at the Advocates of Self-Government have a great way for you to support them. Right now, if you sign up for Lyft and download the app with the code that they have available on their page, you're going to help the advocates. You get $5 off your first 10 rides, but you're also helping the advocates. They'll be receiving a donation as a result of you signing up through the advocates website. Who doesn't need a lift from time to time, whether you're right here in Indianapolis or traveling throughout the state? I know you can get the lift in any major metropolitan area or even the smaller metropolitan areas throughout the state. I don't have Lyft yet, and I think I'm going to go ahead and follow through on this. I got Uber. I need to get the Lyft on there and especially help out our friends over at the Advocate. This week's Liberty Link is the Advocates, or excuse me, not the Advocates for Self-Government. That's who we just spoke about, and they were last week's Liberty Link. This week it's Cato.org. Cato.org, one of the great think tanks of the liberty movement. If you're looking for statistics, you're looking for research data, they've got you covered. They have a lot of policy pieces. If you're the kind of person who likes to engage in debate with your friends in person or perhaps online, this is a great website for you. Most of you are already well aware of Cato, but we want to start with the basics here at Indiana Liberty Update. Make sure that you have the fundamental information that you need to understand the libertarian movement and to communicate those ideas to your friends, families, and coworkers. Okay, join us next week. We'll be joined by Libertarian Party of Indiana State Chair Joe Houtman. He doesn't know this yet, so somebody might want to pass that along. But he'll be joining us next week, and we'll be asking him about the 2016 election and what the party has in store for the new year. I think Joe has some personal things that might make some interesting conversation, so be sure to join us next week. If you have any events, yes, especially events throughout the state, we want to share them right here on Indiana Libertarian Update. Check out our Facebook page. You can send those to me at jsipe@sipesociety.com. As a matter of fact, let me just throw that out there in the notepad. It's jsipe@sipesociety.com. society.com. And I'll be happy to share those. You can also post those on our Facebook page, message us at the new Facebook page, and I'll be sure to pass that information that you share with me. I need your help putting the programming together. There's so much going on with liberty in the state of Indiana, and we want to make sure those of you that are interested have access to it all. Okay, until next time, I'm Jason Sipe, and I'll see you on the computer. Thanks.